UD Awards is a small Lithuanian business that creates and produces non-standard customizable trophies for sports, esports, and business events. Exceptional attention to the customer, quality and details are our priorities. Unique, natural, non-standard and durable, these phrases describe our thinking and products. The UD Awards team includes sports and esports enthusiasts, and we know these emotions and energy that go into them, so creating awards for athletes is a real pleasure for us. Let's break the standards together. Find UD Awards at etsy.com/shop/udwards.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Racing Network, brought to you on the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV, Facebook, and Twitch. Tonight, we are here with SlingShot Racing League here at the last Great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Always joining me is going to be Jeremy Robbins. Jeremy, how you doing this evening?
It's Bristol, baby. How are we going to handle it tonight? It's Bristol.
Well, you know how we always handle Bristol. It's short track racing. Rubbin is a racing at Bristol. So we're going to see a lot of fun, exciting stuff as I've been watching these practices. And it looks like these guys have been putting in some fast practice laps. Not a lot of chaos on the track here in practice, but we'll have to see what the race looks like when they get all stacked up and all together.
Man, you talk about fast practice. What about that fast five? I guess you can say entry fee we've been having for the past 5 weeks. Nobody has won it yet. All you got to do is find Slingshot Racing League on Facebook. Put in your 5 of who you think you're going to win, and you're going to win some money. But, man, I'll tell you what, Hollywood smoked it in that practice last night, man.
Yeah, he was smoking in practice last night, but if you look at the practice today with about 10 minutes left to go, Justin Wilson has the fastest practice time, which is about a 14:51. So blazing fast laps going on here with pretty much your top 23 is within 0.6 of a second from the lead from Wilson's time.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close. And, you know, I was listening to the Discord earlier, just kind of nosing around because, you know, that's what we got to do to get a good story here. Johnny Rapp is a sleeper.
Johnny Rapp.
Johnny
Okay,
Rapp.
that number At number 52, which is actually sitting sixth fastest in practice right now, um, it is a sleeper, but it is Bristol. Bristol is a whole different ball game. You could be a sleeper as I'm watching Aaron Smith, Mr. Hollywood himself, last week's winner, take a spin coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, I mean, just because, we're down to about 10 minutes. Everybody's trying to squeeze that last bit of practice in. I mean, it's Bristol. I mean, it's going to be short track. Tempers are flaring. Helmets are probably going to get thrown. Computer desks may get broke. I mean, you never know. But hey, we've got Stray PC that gives you away, sells computer parts. So if you break it, you can go to them and buy one. And if you mess your car up, go to Premier, get you a racing setup from them.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, I got 2 for 1 on that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like it. I like it.
Also, with the third one out there, since we're on a streak, hit up the Sim channel, Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. We're trying it tonight. We're trying to hit 3 platforms. We're going with Facebook, Twitch, and Roku. If all goes smooth, we're going to roll it like that. If not, we're going to reevaluate and figure a few things out. I've got a mosquito trying to suck my blood out here, so. But, hey, that's Tennessee weather for you, man.
Speaking of Tennessee, Tennessee has a game this weekend, and they play Florida Gators.
Yeah. I feel sorry for you, Richard. Have my condolences.
Oh, it ain't over. It ain't over until it's over.
You know what? I think we'll just make a little interesting bet amongst ourselves. I'll have to be positive for the Gators next week, and you have to be positive for Tennessee, depending on who wins. So if Florida wins, I'll have to say, go, and vice versa.
Oh, it's gonna be like that, huh?
We'll do it like that.
Oh, okay. I'll send you a Florida hat that you have to wear through, for the whole week.
I'll put a post of it up, me wearing it. I had to
Okay.
do it with LSU at one time, so it ain't nothing but a thing.
Okay, that'll work. I got plenty of Florida hats. I'll let you borrow one.
And so you're pretty confident you're going to have to send me one anyway. Woo. But anyways, I tell you who's actually looking confident, and that's going to be Jacob Bradley. He's sitting in second. He ain't having too much issues. Put in about 117 laps of practice, so he's got his Bristol groove down, if anything.
Well, speaking of Jacob Bradley, I just watched him wall ride for just a little bit. Did not get any damage though, so he sent it down to the pits. But yeah, he is second fastest. But look at Mr. Chris Smith. He has also got a tied lap time for second place. So it looks like we got a little bit of sleeper right there.
And though, last year though, when we was here with the 87s with SlingShot, that finish. Man, you cannot get any closer than that. Just talking about that gave me goosebumps because that was so close of a finish coming out of Ford.
Yeah, I believe we are going to see that again tonight. As these lap times are so close. Everybody's running really well so far. I've seen a few people getting into trouble, which we're going to see these cars breaking loose out of turn number 4, probably out of turn number 2, and at some points we're going to see them get tight, and we're going to see that outside wall become a factor, trying to get these cars to turn as these tires wear out. But yeah, this is going to be a really fun race, and I can't wait to see them go green in about 10 minutes or so, because we'll have about 5 minutes for qualifying. Man, 28 guys out here racing, so the fans are going to love the action that's going to be on the track tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. And, y'all got about 5-6 minutes, man. Green flag. We'll let you have it up here in Twitch or Facebook since we're running both of them right now. But if you can get your 5 in, the top 5 in the correct order, we'll let that count as one of the valid entries. I'll kind of throw Ellis a little bit of money and we'll make it work both ways. So you got you a few minutes, get your top 5 picks in, man. It's easy, $30. I mean, they're giving it away, literally.
Mr. Jared Barclay has shared the stream. We appreciate that. Thank you very, very much.
Mr. Barclay is out there in the 10. He's sitting about mid-pack in 18th. Now, Richard in Bristol, where do you really want to be starting? Front, middle, or back?
I'm gonna have to say there's a lot of pressure up near the front, so I don't really want to stay. I don't really want to be at the front. I'm gonna say between the middle and the front. So not quite the front, but not quite the middle, because most of your chaos is gonna be those guys that didn't get in a good qualifying lap. So they're gonna be at the back and they're gonna try to make their way forward, knowing they have a fast car, but accidents can happen. So I want to kind of be in between the front and the middle. So probably around, I'm gonna say ninth or tenth.
Well, last week's winner, he's sitting in fourth. And it's funny you say something about ninth place. Right now in practice, it's going to be Brandon Fitter place. And I'm pretty sure he don't want to be nowhere on that track, as every week that liquid death car has met death one way or another. So he's starting in ninth. Maybe you saying that will change everything around for him. He'll have some good luck off of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sitting here watching him. He's racing around with the double zero. Um, you know, looks like he's got a handle on that race car, and fast is good, but consistency is better. So you don't want to burn up your stuff too quick here at Bristol, because everybody is going to pass you at some point if you burn it up too quick. So he looks like he's being pretty consistent with his lap times as I'm watching, and he might have a car to beat here tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a Chris Smith, Tony Hilbrands, Randy Bechtel, Scott Tompkins, Patrick Colby, and Jay Heschman rounded out your top 10. We've got ARCA and Xfinity truck driver Braden Laster out there putting his lap in right now. He's got a little bit of Bristol under his belt, so see if he can bring it to the real world. And he's able to move up into the 12th position. Well, Wilson and Bradley was pretty close. Thousandths of a second separated them. The boy from Southwest Tennessee, Rhett Tucker. We're pretty sure Mama's out there. Creighton Newham next week. You didn't make it this week. Next week must be all you, buddy. Oh, that was not what Rhett wanted us to show. Matt Koontz right now as he's rounding out his second lap. And he must have kissed the wall a couple times because it did not register. Right now we've got 19 who has hit the qualifying. And with about 30 seconds to go, I say that's going to be it. So everybody, if you will, take a moment, tip your hats. As we go with the national anthem, we're going to bring some racing right back alive.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right. I don't mean to laugh, but I was sitting there reading the captions as the national anthem was playing, and yeah, the closed caption got the whole national anthem wrong. All right, but we're gonna go down through our qualifying order, and that's gonna be Justin Wilson gonna be on the pole, Jacob Bradley gonna be starting in second, Aaron Hollywood Smith gonna be starting in third, Jeremy Stanley in that number 64, he's gonna be starting fourth, a little sleeper right there. Chris Smith is going to be starting in fifth. Tony Hilbrand is going to be starting sixth. Randy Bechtel is going to be starting seventh. Scott Tompkins starting in eighth. Patrick Colby starting in ninth. Jay Heschman starting in 10th. Ellis Thomas is going to be starting in 11th. 12th is going to be Brandon Laster. 13th is going to be Brandon Fitterplace. 14th is going to be Wesley Pistol. 15th is going to be Mr. Rhett Tucker. Jeremy?
16th, they're moving around a little bit. We're going to have Paul Thomas. Brady Powers is going to be in 17th. Cordell Lofgren is going to be in 18th. Johnny Rep, 19th. Matt Koontz, 20th. Dustin Logston, 21st. Jared Barclay in 22nd. Nick DeSario 23rd, Patrick O'Toole. 24th, Larry Poland. 25th, Zach Miller. 26th, Trevor Trago. Chase Berry do not look like they are grading up right now, so maybe we'll see them later.
And it looks like we may have somebody going towards the back, and that is going to be the 58 of Justin Wilson. It looks like he may have an EOL. Took the pole, but got an EOL penalty, so he is going to be starting towards the back. And so we're going to keep an eye on him because he has put in some fast lap times. So we might see him make a charge for the front.
We just got some confirmation out there in chat. Chase Berry said, "Screw my internet." I think we know why he didn't log in.
Oh
And
no, that 5 car was.
And it's terrible for
Definitely.
me. He was one of my 5 I picked.
Well, I'm going to pick that number 28 that's sitting right there in third, and we are green flag racing, and it looks like Jacob Bradley has gotten a really good restart on that inside going into turn number 1 with the 60 going up way high, and that's going to be Jeremy Stanley, but he got a good run off of turn number 2 coming down the backstretch in turn number 3. They pretty much get single file in the top 6 or so, and they are going to be fighting it out side by side, and that is going to be Ellis Thomas and the 06 and the 03.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now that 22, he's holding it pretty tight, riding on rails. Brady Powers, we've been watching him a few times. You know, he can pull it out. He's just got to avoid catastrophe, and it's been hitting him up all week.
Dustin Loxton, he is up 4 positions from where he started already in that number 54 Chevrolet Camaro, and he is trying to make it work for him as he is riding around in 19th place. So already moving pretty big, and also Matt Kuntz up 5 positions from the time he started, riding around in that 17th spot. So no matter where you start, it looks like they've already gotten a little bit spread out and, trying to make some moves.
Yeah, I mean, it is Bristol. You ain't got too many spots where you really can make a move. You more got to force your moves. But you know what? 6 down, 194 to go, Richard. Hope they brought their lawn chair. It's going to be a long one.
The way they are running right now, which the 42 got a little bit squirrely coming out of turn number 4. The way they're running right now, these laps are going to go pretty quick, and that 42 is already on the inside wall, and he pretty much had the wall right in to keep it out of traffic. And it looks like he has gotten that 42 John Deere green machine up and going. I was a poet and didn't even know it. But he has dropped 7 positions from where he started this race already.
Yeah, that wall does not play. We've got a little bit of a battle brewing right here between Tony Hillsbrand and Jeremy Stanley. I take that back, Scott Tompkins.
No, you're right. You're
Tony
right. You're right.
and Jeremy Stanley. SDK shook it up a little bit on me, man. I don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, it looks like that 92 was a little bit stronger than the 60, and the 60 just let him on by. Now, Hillbrands is up 2 positions from where he started, but he is already trying to make moves on that 28 of Chris Smith. Now, we talked about this a little while ago. You know, you don't want to burn up your stuff too quickly because this track is very tricky. You're either going to get tight or you're going to get loose as these tires wear out. So you don't want to burn them out too fast because it'll burn you in the long run.
Yeah, but at the same time, you want to get away from everybody and start getting caught up with that lap traffic so you can start having a little bit of buffer, putting you behind a couple positions. So it's a double-edged sword.
Well, they have a little bit of a buffer. The 92 has a little bit of buffer from the 60, and he is about almost a second back from the 92, and then there's about a second gap between the 60 and the 45 of Scott Tompkins with Jay Heschman right there behind them. We got a battle between the 8 and the 9. That's going to be Ellis Thomas and Colby. They were riding side by side as they come out of turn number 4, but it looks like they got nose to tail, and that 03 of Brayton Laster is coming. He's riding that outside lane, trying to save those tires, working on the outside of the 9. Almost made a little bit of contact, got a little bit squirrely, and was able to straighten it out and tuck right back in line with the 9.
Well, look right back there in 13th position. Mr. Wesley Pistol. That T is closing in on Liquid Death.
Need a Florida Gators car out there. That's what we need. Yeah, Wesley Pistol, he is a silent but deadly guy. You know, he's right there when when it when he needs to be, and you know, riding around in 13th position. There are no stage breaks, so he's sitting really comfortable, and that's that pretty much that middle that I was talking about. Not in the middle of the pack, but not in the front of the pack. And you know, you can avoid trouble if it were to happen. As the 58, here comes Justin Wilson to the outside of the 94. Justin Wilson has made up a lot of ground. He started in the back. Now he's up to 12th.
Well,
Yeah, he's excuse me, 13th.
a couple more
So
laps,
he
it
is
will be
coming back.
12th.
Yeah, he's working on the outside of that 80 Liquid Death car of Fitter Place.
I'm not going to say his name any tonight because I want him to get a good finish. So it's going to be all on you if he wipes out.
Commentator's curse. Well, the 8 to 9 were starting to heat up a little bit, but here comes Justin Wilson. He is coming really fast. You know, like you said, he's up to 11th. You know, he's working around everybody, but I'm afraid he's going to burn up his stuff really quick, trying to get to the front, and may get past later. We'll have to check that out and see what happens. But as of right now, he's making up ground and making it up quick.
Yeah, it kind of looks like you're everybody's pretty much spreading out. You know, Bradley, he's holding off Aaron Smith, and you got Aaron Smith and Chris Smith and Tony Hillsbrand wrapping out your top four. But you know what? He's got a visitor. Them two right there, so they're coming into 3 and 4. I mean, Hillsbrand's not giving Smith no room for error one bit.
No, he's got a lot of that 92 in his rear view mirror. There was almost a little bit of contact. 92 backed off. The 92 knows he is faster than 28. He's waiting for the 28 to make a mistake, and then he's going to take the position. It's too early to do a bump and run at this point. But if you take a chance of losing the leaders, we might see that happen. As Jacob Bradley, he has broken out to about a half a second in front of Mr. Hollywood Smith there, and Smith is about I'm sorry, there's two Smiths. Aaron Smith and Chris Smith. You know, Chris is about a second and a half back from the leader. So, you know, Bradley and Hollywood are making some moves, but once they catch lap traffic, they might have some problems because they're coming up on that 42 quick. And that's going to be Paul Thomas.
Yeah, that other lap car has already went down. I believe it was Larry Poland. He went one lap down too. He kind of staying out of the way. So the lap cars are already starting to play a factor. As that led, that's letting top 5 pretty much break away and spreading everybody out. But Smith just got passed by Hillsbrad going into 3 and 4.
Well, somebody else that's coming through, and that's going to be that Toyota Camry of Scott Tompkins. Scott Tompkins made it around Larry Bechtel, and he is on the move, trying to catch up to that 28 as Hillsbrand has made it around Chris Smith. So Chris Smith might have had a good handling car early in the race, but might be falling off a little bit early here. And we're seeing him move backwards as the 45 of Tompkins is caught the 28.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of want to think, you know, it's Bristol. You kind of want to think you want to set your car up for a short run because of cautions. But in this league, it's completely opposite because you have very few cautions.
Well, Justin Wilson now has made it up to 9th position, and he is trying to work around that 9 of Patrick Colby, and there is a little bit of battle between the 94, the 8, and the 06 of Jay Heschman. He is trying to get around that 8 of Ellis Thomas. Ellis Thomas riding around in the 11th. That is where he started the race, but he's trying to hang on to it, trying to get Heschman off his bumper, and he's created a little bit of room, and now he's got Pistol in his sights. But it looks like the 58 may have stalled out just a little bit. He's not making moves as fast anymore. He's pretty much now riding behind the 9 in the top 10. As they're making their way around the 42. The 42 just bounced off the wall.
gonna have you in a battle right now. So he's got to the inside of it. So we're gonna see how these guys are gonna play this out next couple of laps. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be side by side, but as soon as I say it, he takes the position from him clean.
Yeah, and that 9 just squeezed in between the 94 and the 58. So he got back in the line. It looks like the bottom line is going to be the most dominant line here early on in the run. 37 laps are already down. So still a lot of racing left to go as the 44 has now went a lap down. So there's only 22 cars on the lead lap. The 38 is going to be the next one to go a lap down as, oh wait, he might already be a lap down.
Yeah, we have got 19 setting
19.
lap down. We're still on lead lap.
So that has the lap traffic has brought the 1 and 2 together. So now they're about 2/10 of a second away from each other. So the lap traffic is playing a factor with the leaders. Now, Scott Tompkins has worked his way up to third. Can he track down Aaron Smith and Jacob Bradley?
Well, with that car there, he's finally let him by. He held him up for a couple laps. So, I mean, that's going to give him a chance to catch up. But now, Tompkins is going to have to contend with that lap down car.
Randy Bechtel riding in the 4th position, trying to make his way around Scott Tompkins, but not happening very easily. And we have our first caution. Ooh. What happened there? Looks like Larry Poling.
It looks like there might have been a few caught up in that one. So
Poling riding the wall. Comes down. Oh, he collects Justin Wilson. Oh my goodness, that was a hard hit for the 58. You have quite a few involved. You got the 58, the 69, the 44 got a piece of that action. Looks like Ellis Thomas may have collected a little bit of damage. 28 did a really great job of getting around that, making an evasive maneuver, but the 10, the 8, the 69, and the 44 got a big piece of it. Ellis Thomas might be all right, but we know for a fact that you don't need fenders
well,
to race that track.
Yeah, the 44, it looks like the 44 may got into the back end of the, I didn't catch which one it was. I want to say it was the 58, not 58, 48. But that might have been not too much damage, so maybe these guys can keep it going. But man, that's hurting for Wilson. You know, went through half the field.
And now he's got some damage to go repair. Now the only problem that I can see as far as damage wise is if you have a wheel damage. If you have wheel damage, that could be catastrophic. And keep you in the pits for quite a while. But as long as it's just a fender or so crinkled, I think you'll be fine.
You don't need a front end of a car at Bristol. You just need 4 wheels and half a frame.
Yep. I agree with that.
Well, since we're into caution, we're going to give a shout out to another set of our sponsors for SlingShot Racing Series League.
UD Awards is a small Lithuanian business that creates and produces non-standard customizable trophies for sports, esports, and business events. Exceptional attention to the customer, quality and details are our priorities. Unique, natural, non-standard and durable, these phrases describe our thinking and products. The UD Awards team includes sports and esports enthusiasts, and we know these emotions and energy that go into them, so creating awards for athletes is a real pleasure for us. Let's break the standards together. Find UD Awards at etsy.com/shop/udwards.
Are you looking for high-quality, affordable sim racing paint schemes and graphics? Then look no further than Evan at Evan Pienta Designs. Driven by speed, Evan Pienta Designs offers a multitude of sim racing graphics from liveries to social media graphics to team and series logos. To see some of the work done by Evan, or even race one of the public liveries he's made, head on over to tradingpaints.com and search Evan Pienta.
But Scott Tompkins has got a commanding lead with Randy Bechdel sitting in second, and here comes Chris Smith along with Hollywood Smith fighting for that third position. Now Jacob Bradley, he is working his way around these cars, passed 3 at one time on the outside line.
Good God almighty.
What?
What did he do to his car?
Who?
Bradley. He just went from what? 10th to 1st within like a lap?
Yeah. That's the... did people not elect to pit? I'm wondering. So with a fixed set of tires, I think people are saving what they have. But you got the 45 and the 18 right there in third, and you got Mr. Rhett Tucker right there in fourth position, up 11 spots from where he started. You know, so he is right now the biggest mover of the race, along with Matt Kuntz in that number 13. He's riding around in 12th position, up 10 spots. Dustin Loxton, the 54, he is up 10 spots also. But it is a hornet's nest from pretty much 10 or 11th on back. With that 58, he is making moves on the outside. He made it around the 54. He's got his sights set on that 13 of Matt Kuntz.
He may not have done much damage running into him as he's moving up too, but oh my God, I'm still kind of like speechless about Bradley. But
well, we have a new leader right now, and that's going to be Rhett Tucker in that 99, that Ford Mustang. He is built for tough, and he made it to the front, and he is putting some distance on Jacob Bradley. He is now almost a second out from Jacob Bradley, and he started I think around
15th.
11th or so. Now 1 point. Oh, now he's a second out. 2.8 seconds back is going to be Scott Tompkins. So he is putting some distance between him and Jacob Bradley. So I don't know what that 99 did to his race car, but he has got it figured out, and he's already coming up on the 38 and the 42. Let's see if they let him by. He is going to take a 3 wide coming into turn number 2, I think it is. 2 or 3. That was turn number 3.
you want to talk about 3 wide? I think we've got him about 10 deep back here, all the way from about, like you said earlier, 11th back to 19th. They're all right there together.
I have to restart my SDK real quick. Yeah, Rhett is definitely making Mama proud tonight, as you know he is broken out quite a ways and passing cars left and right. He has found some speed on the track and making the track work for him.
He's doing more than making that track work for him. He's slapping her on the side of the road and making her go.
Who's your daddy?
I don't know if that would have been a good reference for me to say, considering he's from Memphis, but I could have went with it. He's whooping that Bristol.
54 about to go a lap down along with the 22. He is a rocket on the track. Sorry, I cannot change camera views just yet. There we go. Now I can change camera views. But yeah, he is definitely a rocket, and he is already, now he is in a hornet's nest because he has everybody from Jay Heschman, the Colby, Hillbrands, right there in front of him. So he's going to have to work his way carefully through this lap traffic. Going to make it around the 44. 44 is going to let him by. Is the 37 going to let him by, or is he going to take a 3 wide and force his way by? But you got the 92. He was just running in third place not too long ago. And now he is going to be going a lap down here early.
Oh,
A little bit of contact, and he makes it through. Jacob Bradley has gotten a little bit of work also, but that 99 has made it through. That slowed him down quite a bit because he was out 2 seconds, and now he's about 1.3 seconds in front of the one of Jacob Bradley. But like I said, Jacob Bradley now has a lot of work to do to get through that lap traffic, and they're not letting him by very easily. Third place, you said the sleeper, Johnny Rapp. He is about 9 seconds back. And we only have 11 cars on the lead lap. Can you believe that?
And he's half a track behind third place.
I mean, look at this. The 28, he's sitting in 11th or 12th. I'm sorry, he went a lap down. The
10th place.
Jay Heschman, a lap down. Now he's got his sights set on Justin Wilson and the 8 of Ellis Thomas. And now they are a lap down. Now he's got his sights set on the 60. There's only 8 cars on the lead lap now. 7 cars, excuse me.
Have not a clue. You know, I said something about Bradley when it went green. But, man, Rhett Tucker is... Good God, Richard, I cannot believe this.
He is back out to a 2-second lead over Bradley. So Bradley's got a lot of work to do as he is still stuck in lap traffic. He's still got the 58, the 8, the 60, the 42, and it looks like the 06 to deal with. So they're not making it, as of going 3 wide, they're not making it easy on Jacob Bradley.
Mike
58
Hartley.
making it 3 wide.
Yeah, Mike Hartley out there on Facebook, he said it right. Tucker, you're running good. Keep it up. Good's not the word. He's running.
3.5 seconds, 3.6 seconds. He is moving. You know, Wesley Pistol is only about probably a second in front of him, as you know he is coming out of turn number 2. Coming in turn number 3, Wesley is right there in front of him. So yeah, you're right. He is less than a half a track ahead of third place.
Now, we talked last week when Hollywood lapped nearly the entire field until, or not Hollywood, but oh my goodness, I forgot.
5 cars now on the lead lap.
But
this is a crazy run. 3.5 seconds separate him and Bradley. So Bradley is dropping, you know, that time is dropping for Bradley, and it's just a matter of time. He is passing Hollywood Smith, and now there's only 4 cars on the lead lap, and Bechdel is right there in front of him. So it's going to be coming down to soon. 3 cars on the lead lap. What an amazing run by Rhett Tucker.
you know what? Tennessee sounds good to me. He's driving from one side of it to the other, getting through this field, man. Like you said, he fixing to be 3 cars left on the lead lap. We ain't even hit lap 85 yet.
Oh, his car is definitely going in the garage for an inspection.
Oh, definitely.
Now, Jacob Bradley, he is making up a little bit of time as, you know, Tucker is getting held up by a little bit by the lap cars. Not anymore now. Now Tucker is only about three seconds ahead. So hopefully he did not burn up his stuff too fast, but everybody has a while before they can catch Tucker. exit coming out of turn number 4, and he smacked the outside wall, brought it back down right in front of Scott Tompkins. Oh, he got a piece of that, and that's gonna 2 cars involved in that. Slides it back up on the track, and let's make sure he does not collect anybody else. And he has major wheel damage, so he might have to tow that car. I don't know if he'll be able to make it back to pit road or not. But major wheel damage. Looks like everybody stayed out of that. All right, so 3 cars on the lead lap. A lot of people are going to take the wave around. 99 went in and got his service. The 1 went in and got his service. 1 is going to come out in front of the 99. So we'll see these guys battle it out. But everybody is going to go into pits. So it looks like there's only still going to be 4 people on the lead lap, as I believe Johnny Rapp stayed on the lead lap. So Bechdel might get his, either Bechdel or Heschman will get their lap back. So biggest mover of the race is going to be Mr. Johnny Rapp in that 52. As of right now, he is 21 positions up from where he started. Go in your mixer. You sure it's not in your mixer? I got nothing. Yep. No, Facebook's not good. So go into like Chris Smith. Chris Smith is going to be right there in front of the mix. There's a lot of lap cars in front of our leaders, and that's going to be the 99 and Jacob Bradley. He's going to be trying to fight with the 45 for that third. Excuse me, that's not for a position, because the 45 is actually a lap down. But we have 5 cars on the lead lap, and the 52 is going to be scored the leader, but everybody is flying right by him, so they are getting their lap back quick, fast, and in a hurry, with the 94 the next one in line to get his lap back. '58 trying. Oh, we got chaos. We got chaos, and that's probably going to bring the caution out once again, and that's going to be Patrick Colby in. Patrick Colby, Wesley Pistol, and Hillbrands are going to be involved in that.
Oh, that was not what I wanted to see.
And it looks like the 58 was also involved. Oh, so we had the 9 checkup, and let's go see what we have for Mr. Pistol.
Richard, I think it might have started a little bit before.
Yeah, that's it was between the 92 to the 94 and the 58. And you got the 22 right there in the mix. I think they actually went 3 wide at one time.
Yes, the 94-22 at 8, 3 wide. So 22 touched the 8 and sent him into the 94, and that started a chain of events.
What a save by Ellis Thomas. His car was completely sideways, but he did come back down and collect the 92. I do believe Justin Wilson may have gotten a little bit of contact with that. I have to go back and look.
I actually think he might have got
He,
pretty
he made
lucky.
it. Yeah, I'll tell you one person that got really lucky was the 58 was right in front of that. I mean, directly in front of that. So he made out like a bandit. He definitely made out like a bandit. Now, was this a little bit of strategy from somebody?
Tony Hilbrand's almost got through it, but Ellis's car sliding down uncontrollable. That just piled him up right there. He was a Wesley and Ellis sandwich. Tough
All right.
break.
Looks like the 8 is going to be able to get. He's going to be the lucky dog, so he's going to be able to get his lap back. And Tucker's still right there, right there in second. Heschman has moved up to third. Jacob Bradley is going to be in the pits, getting some service done. So we got 8 cars on the lead lap, about to probably have 9. Do we have audio yet?
Oh yeah, audio's up and good.
Oh, okay.
I think it was. I'm blaming on Tucker. He was going so fast, the audio couldn't keep up with it. That's what I'm going to say it was.
All right, Bradley just came out, and he is still on the lead lap, but he had a very extended pit stop.
Look who has snuck up there to the lead.
Yeah, Johnny Rapp. So I'm believing, and I'll have to go back and look, but I believe he did not pit at that last caution. So
Didn't. Lap 42 was his last pit stop. Brett Tucker was at 46. Jay Heschman was 46.
now he's got that 99, and the one is nowhere around. He is back in 7th. But you got a lot of cars that are back up there. They're all bunched up. Uh-oh, I froze.
Or it went green, and you got Johnny Rapp who jumped out ahead. But Rhett Tucker, he's back on the kill. As he just took that position away from him. He's bringing Randy Bechtel with him, and Johnny and Randy are going to battle it out. Right there shows how good fresh tires are coming into play here at Bristol. As Johnny Rapp is stuck pinned on the high side as they are passing him like he is sitting still. But he did get a couple laps, so counted for him leading. And here comes Jacob Bradley, who is shooting back through the field. And we've got a three-way battle going on between Rhett Tucker, Justin Wilson, and Smith. Looks like he might have disappeared a little bit. Hurst boy, he temporarily went to the restroom. Rhett Tucker has not got that car back under control yet, sliding all over the place. And here you got Chris Smith, who's coming back into the picture. He does kind of may owe a couple as Tucker's staying high. Not wanting that caution after he nearly put the whole entire field a lap down, but he is still dropped all the way to 5th position. So he has still got a good little run going. Yeah, I think he froze a little bit on his side, so I think he's taking a bathroom break while it reboots. But you've got that battle right now with Randy Bechtel, Aaron Smith, and Jacob Bradley as them 4 right there are long run cars. If we come around to start finish, we're going to have 80 to go. We've got some pretty close racing going on right here, right now. To make sure the volume's working, and we're going to crank it up just a little bit. that's one way to make sure the audio is working. And that battle up front is still brewing as you have got a lap car 42 in the middle of it all, and the leaders are trying to work around them as Justin Wilson makes a dive move to the inside, trying to hang there with Bradley, Smith, and Wilson. It's the 22 is going to get pinned up against the wall, and we've got another battle. Looks like they're going 3 wide. 03 of Laster gets into the wall and looks like he's able to get off of it with not collecting anybody but that top 4. Oh, 7 cars on the lead lap. Johnny Rapp, last car on the lead lap. He is coming to the start finish as the leaders are coming out of 3 and 4. Yeah, I do believe Richard will be back. I'm not making it down to Daga. My next appearance is probably going to be back up in Nashville next year. But you never know. We've got a battle back here running for the 5th and 6th position. Everybody is starting to get a little bit spread out with only 7 on the lead lap. Justin Wilson, after his incident of 40 laps, 50 laps ago, he has worked back up to P3. Jay Heshman looks like he is running into the pits. He may have some damage on that car he needs to repair. We'll put him a couple more laps down. You've got Aaron Bradley. A computer froze. There he is, Mr. Altone. He's coming in on the backup channel. So he's going to refeed those hamsters and get them fired back up. But right now, man, Jacob Bradley, he's eating the field as he's fixing to put another car a lap down. But he's got Hollywood Smith in tow right there running in P2. These lap cars, one of the lap vehicles they have encountered now is Rhett Tucker, who is in 6th position. Him and Johnny Rapp are battling to stay on the lead lap, and Bradley pulls a page out of Tucker and splits him 3 wide and puts him a lap down. It's going to hang up Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith trying to go on the inside of Johnny Rapp, going to put him a lap down. That is going to leave 5 cars on the lead lap with 64 to go. 63. I'm not for sure. There might have been somebody out there that might have picked those 5 right there. I know it wasn't me. My pick winner was Wesley Pistol, and he's in the pit, so my pick is thrown out the window. But don't forget, you can follow him on social media. Next week when those Fast 5 Power Rankings come out, you can watch the practice live on SlingShot Racing League Facebook page on Tuesday nights as their practices are live. Jacob Bradley is still picking them off one by one. The next one on his list is going to be Scott Tompkins. Definitely. And Mr. Altone, I'm going to tell you, you missed it earlier because we only had 3 on the lead lap. And that was when Rhett Tucker was leading, but he has dropped down to a lap down in the 10th position. And the caution is out. Caution is out with 48 to go. So we can run through here and see. Jacob. Nope. I'm not seeing any. Not seeing anybody spin. No notification. So I'm not 100% sure what that went to. Well, with that being said, you've got some takers on pit. So while we're doing the pit roll, we're going to take a shout out to our last set of sponsors here with SlingShot, and maybe we'll get Mr. Hurst back before the checkered flag drops. Alright, as we have got the showdown fixing to go on. You got Jacob Bradley, Aaron Smith, Randy Bechtel, Justin Wilson, Scott Tompkins, and Johnny Rapp. Your 6 cars on the lead lap all just came out of the pits. Well, Bradley and Smith did not. Randy, Justin, and Scott and Johnny are all on fresh. So we're going to see how that's going to play into the factor. Well, I don't know how those tires are really going to affect too much with Jacob Bradley, but Justin Wilson, he's starting to put a little bit of work in on Aaron Smith. He's working on trying to get that P2 position, and we have got a battle and a half breaking up back here in the back. Randy Bechtel, Chris Smith trying to get that lead lap back the hard way as he don't want to get it. Jeremy Stanley's right there with them, battling for that. Trying to be the lucky dog if that caution comes out. Chris Smith gets into the wall, it looks like. The 45 gave a little bit of a push. We have got the caution dropped out. We're showing it. So we can wind it back and see what happened right there. Oh, and the 10 is T-bone the 22, so we're going to hit with the 22, go back a little bit further as that happened beforehand. Let's wind it back. Looks like the 22 just got loose off the wind from the 92. Chris Smith, I believe, got caught up in that one. I'm with you there too, Mr. Altoon. I don't know if his brakes was locked, but it's not looking as those wheels are rolling. And just T-bone. I'm pretty sure that's going to end both of their nights. Not what we wanted to see. But I'm sure these leaders really appreciated it. And Justin Wilson has worked his way back out front. Jacob Bradley has not pitted. I do not believe if he's got any tires or not, as his last pit stop was at lap 110. Aaron Smith's at 100. Justin Wilson was 143. Randy Bechtel was 143. Tompkins 143. Rapp 143. Ellis Thomas has snuck back on the lead lap. This is going to be the last car on the lead lap. And I really do. I'm along with you on that one. I hate that for Jared Barclay. Kept it clean. And just slid down right in front of him. Well, it's coming down to 45 to go. Midnight oil is burning as we're on our 5th caution here at Bristol. Looks like Chris Smith is able to get his car back and going after having a little bit of incident. Rhett Tucker comes flying, silver streaking through the screen, getting caught back up. So we are still sitting with 7 cars on the lead lap. That's going to be Wilson, Bradley, Smith, Bechdel, Tompkins, Rapp, and Thomas, who is back with the lead lap. But you are going to have, I'm pretty sure, Jeremy Stanley, Patrick Colby, they are going to be trying to fight to get that lead back on the lead lap.
And we are back at green flag racing, and look at Justin Wilson. He is taking off like he was shot out of a cannon. You got the 18 right now a little bit high. That's going to allow Aaron Smith to take over the 3rd position. Randy Bechdel fell back to 4th with Scott Tompkins right there trying to take away that position from him, and he is able to hold on to 5th. Johnny Rapp up 16 positions in that 6th place position, coming down to turn number 3, and he's got a 37 lap down car all over the back bumper. That is going to be Trevor Trago. He is trying to get his lap back the hard way, and he's doing a pretty darn good job as he's flying around that 52. But it looks like he scraped the wall just a little bit, so that's going to put him back behind that 52 once again.
Yeah, that wall takes no prisoners. It don't care how good you're running. If it reaches out and high fives you, you just got to ride with it.
High five. Back out front, Justin Wilson. You was talking about Justin Wilson earlier. We seen him get into a little bit of an incident, and you know, he started at the back, got into an incident, and he was a lap down at one time, and now he's back on the lead lap, leading this race with Randy Bechdel. He was a lap down at one time, and now he is sitting in 3rd, fighting with Aaron Hollywood Smith for that 3rd position. Aaron Hollywood Smith with Scott Tompkins right there on the bottom side. They are trying to make that low line work, but that 70 is hanging tough on that outside, not giving in. But neither is Randy Bechdel on that bottom.
You know what? I think Bechdel may have been playing a little trick on us during practice. He didn't want to expose what he could really do.
That may be possible, but I want to point you out to that number 8. That number 8 was down, one of the cars that a lap down also, as he is fighting for looks like 5th position. From Aaron Smith. He did get a little bit. Looks like Aaron did get a little bit loose, and he backed off a little bit, gave him a little bit of space, and now he's right back at it, fighting on that outside. And there he goes. He takes that position away. Ellis Thomas up to 5th place. What a great job from being a lap down not too long ago. Now he's got his sights set on Jacob Bradley. Jacob Bradley up high, Scott Tompkins on the inside, and they look like they were going to go 3 wide at one time, and they are going to go 3 wide. The 94 just dives it down to the apron and lets them right on by.
94 got loose. He knew the best thing to do was just go down to the inside lane and lock it up and not collect nobody. So good track awareness on him and everybody running right there together.
Absolutely. Was 167 laps completed. And we got, contact between third and fourth place. That's going to be the 18 and 45, and that's going to bring the yellow out. And look at Ellis Thomas. He just scraped by when that yellow came out. He was on the outside of that, and it looks like the 45, it looks like the AT got a little bit loose. He touched that apron coming off the corner, and he got a little bit loose, and 45 had nowhere to go, and they just went to the inside wall. Looks like Ellis took a little bit of right side damage, scraping the wall, but nothing too bad.
And
Oh,
possibly.
Bradley. Ooh.
Bradley looks like he may got a little bit damaged, but he may be able to handle it. You can see Hollywood Smith, he just locked it up and he made it through it with no damage.
So Scott Tompkins elected not to pit. Ellis Thomas up to second place. What a great job by Ellis. He's only up 9 positions, but not bad at all. Being a lap down, got his lap back, and now running in third along with Justin Wilson. He was a lap down. He has a little bit of front end damage to his car, but running in first. Ellis Thomas, he is showing that he has a lot of speed. Does he have anything for that 58? We shall see, because we only have about 30 laps to go. We'll probably have about 28 when we go back green. So it will be pretty much a fight to the finish. And this is where the cautions are probably going to heat up, because people are going to want that win, especially first time winners. And to win here at Bristol is a big deal.
Yeah, I think Randy's not as done, judging by the way that tire looks.
Yeah, that might take a little bit of time to repair.
Well, since we're under caution for a minute, let's see if we can yank up here Ellis Thomas, since he just kind of made it pretty lucky getting through there, and see if he needs a pair of drawers. Hey Ellis, you got a copy. Jeremy and Richard up here.
Jeremy, Richard, how's it going?
Well, how's your drawers?
Oh man, it's been a wild, crazy night. For sure.
That last one was pretty close, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw it coming before it happened. Unfortunately, I was able to avoid it. I was looking to my left because I was just sure I was gonna get tagged, but fortunately we made it. It's been kind of up and down night.
So you got a little bit of right side fender damage. Do you think that's going to bother the handling of your car any?
Doesn't feel like it, honestly. I've hit the wall a couple times, and these next gens hold up real well. So they're calling me on race control, so I probably need to go.
Absolutely. You got 1 to green. Good luck.
Thanks.
Get him sent right back down there.
All right, and it looks like Mr. Wilson is gonna take that inside lane as they're coming into turn number 3. Ellis Thomas is going to be on the outside. 44 of Scott Tompkins going to be starting in third. Johnny Rapp starting in fourth, up 18 positions. Looks like Aaron Hollywood Smith is going to be starting on the inside in the third row. Jacob Bradley is going to be starting outside on the third row, and we are going green this time now. 58 got a really good jump on Ellis Thomas on that outside line, and here comes Scott Tompkins. He is going to try to fight for that second position. Not going to be able to get there on that low lane, and here comes Hollywood Smith. He is going to try to give Scott Tompkins a little bit of challenge, but look who's trying to challenge for the lead. That's going to be that 8 car of Ellis Thomas. He tags the wall just a little bit coming into turn number 1, but no harm, no foul. He is still on that gas pedal. He's going to look at inside. No, he gives the bump, a little bit of bump to the 58 coming out of in the middle of turn number 2. Now he's going to look to the inside of 58. 8 down low, 58 up high. 58 has to run on the high side. Ellis Thomas may need to look on the outside for that speed.
I'm gonna say that's the most aggressive driving I have seen from Ellis in 2 seasons.
Ellis won the win. We got 24 laps left to go, and it looks like Scott Tompkins and Hollywood Smith are gonna get up there to challenge. Thomas for that second place position, but Thomas has found a little bit more speed on that top side, so that is the line that he needs to run to catch up to this 58 and keep that 45 at bay. Just got to keep it out of the wall, don't let it get too tight, and I think he might win his first race here at Bristol.
Yeah, but he's got to get through Wilson to get that win.
Well, Rubbin is racing, and that bottom line is going to eat up those tires faster than that top line. As you can see, he has pretty much already caught Wilson with the 45 right there in tow. 45 is going to challenge him. Is he going to be able to make the pass coming out? Nope. It looks like Thomas is going to have the advantage, and they went 3 wide for just a second there coming into turn number 1. Ellis Thomas still fighting on that outside. As long as they fight, that's going to allow Wilson to get away from it and give him a little bit of breathing room, because he has already stretched his lead out to about 0.4 of a second over Ellis and Tompkins.
Yeah, them two right there, they are holding nothing back. And he's keeping them down on the inside, so that's going to make Scott wear his tires up quicker than him and Smith are. So that could be a
3 wide. Ooh, that could have been bad as Hollywood Smith. He was looking to go 3 wide. They're going to be 3 wide again coming through out of turn number 2. And it looks like Ellis has the better lane. Now, if he has a bobble, that's going to mess the 45 up. And it looks like Hollywood Smith got a little bit loose. And this might be locked down for Ellis if he can keep that high line and stay out of trouble, because those two are battling it out. Hard and heavy.
Yeah, they are holding nothing back, but we've got 15 to go. You've got the 10 car, Jared Barclay, who's coming to the picture. He's getting down to the inside. He does not want any part of that.
Oh, they're going to go 3 wide again, and look at Hollywood Smith take it 3 wide.
Woo, Hollywood, he just pulled that belt tight, got the run, and stuck it.
Now they have a lot of breathing room between them and 5th place, so they can battle it out between themselves. But Hollywood is coming quick, fast, and in a hurry for that number 58. Looks like he has the better car of the two. Last time by, it looks like Hollywood Smith had ran a 14.8. Wilson ran a 15.13, and he is right there on the back bumper of that number 58 now. So it's anybody's race. Will we see the bump and run with 12 laps to go this time by? Still a lot of racing, but anything can happen. Ellis Thomas has lost the third place position to Scott Tompkins, and he has fallen fast. He's got his teammate catching up to him quick, but Ellis could have 4th place locked down, as the 60 is pretty much good 4 seconds back from Ellis Thomas.
Yeah, I'm going to say your top 7's pretty much set in finishing order, unless we get a caution, and that's going to put Chris Smith back on the lead lap. But right now, man, 10 to go. These two right here are holding nothing back, Richard.
Oh, yeah, Hollywood is working that top line, and you got the lap car of the 94 right there in front. Is he going to cause any trouble? Nope. They are going to go 3 wide, get right by the 94. 58 still down low. Hollywood Smith with a run on the outside, and he makes the pass.
Right there it shows where the tires come into play, because Smith's tires are about 30 laps newer than Wilson's are. But Wilson had to make him burn them up, get around. I'm going to have to remove Mr. Altoon from the chat now after you said that.
Boo balls.
Oh, God, we've definitely got to remove him. Look at the next comment.
Oh, Roll Tide? There's nothing wrong with that. I'm here in Alabama. That's everybody's. That's my wife's team, so I gotta kind of root for the Roll Tide. I'm definitely not an Auburn fan. They are confused. They don't know if they're War Eagle. They don't know if they're Tigers or Eagles. I don't know.
You know how you fix your significant other for being an Alabama fan? You divorce them where you don't have a significant other that's an Alabama fan.
Ooh, harsh. That's harsh. Well, with only 5 laps to go, my wife is the worst Alabama fan ever, by the way. If Alabama gets low down in points or something, she starts rooting for the other team. She has no confidence in her team. But with only 5 laps to go, it looks like Aaron Hollywood Smith has broken out to about a 1.1 second lead over Justin Wilson. Scott Tompkins doing a really good job holding on to third. He really doesn't have anybody to challenge him. Johnny Rapp going to be in fourth. Ellis Thomas, he may have had that damage pretty much affect his race car, as you know, Johnny Rapp made it around, and he's going to have to be holding on to it as Stanley in that number 60. He is coming, trying to catch Thomas for that 5th position. Be still a really good finish for Thomas if he can finish out with only 2 laps to go. Looks like he might be able to do it if he can keep that fender off the wall. But looks like it might be Aaron Smith's lucky day once again to bring home a win. This will be 2 in a row for Aaron Hollywood Smith.
And that is going to be the first podium for Scott Tompkins of the season.
Absolutely, another podium finish for Justin Wilson. Scott Tompkins coming in third. Johnny Rapp, doing a really great job. He was our biggest mover of the race. 18 positions, finishing in fourth. 5th is going to be Mr. Ellis Thomas himself. And 6th is going to be Jeremy Stanley.
That was going to wrap up Jacob Bradley. 8th is going to be Patrick Colby. 9th is going to be Chris Smith. 10th, Rhett Tucker. And I believe Aaron Smith's burning them down.
Yes, he is burning them down, definitely. Let's see, 11th is going to be Matt Kuntz up 12th position from where he started. Patrick O'Toole in number 44 going to be finishing 12th. Paul Thomas did a pretty good job. He had a little bit of incidents going on. But he's going to finish 13th. 14th is going to be Brayton Laster. 15th is going to be that 37 of Trevor Trago. Zach Miller in that number 38. He is going to finish 16th. 17th is going to be Mr. Nick in that 00. 18th is going to be that 22 of Brady Powers. 19th is going to be Mr. Randy Bechdel. Tony Hilbrands is going to finish 20th. Wesley Pistol is going to finish 21st. Jared Barclay, 22nd. Lofgren is going to finish 23rd. Barry, 24th. Fitter Place, that number 80, Liquid Death, the Reaper got him again, is going to finish 25th. 26th is going to be Larry Poling. Logston is going to finish 27th. And 28th is going to be Jay Heschman.
That was a pretty good race. Richard and William had 5 cautions, well, 6. So the sleeper moved all the way up to 4th, barely missed that podium.
Absolutely, and they are all lined up at the start-finish line, the 70, the 58, and the 45. They're getting that photo taken so they can post that on social media. That's going to be a really good photo. And to the guy that does all the photos, he does a really great job. So go check him out. Go check those photos out. There's somebody else still burning it down too. I think that's the 03. Yeah, the Pizza Man is burning it down also. That's he got him a top 15, so he's pretty happy about that. All right, Jeremy, let's get our podium finishers up here, and we may let Mr. Johnny Rapp have a moment of fame since he was the biggest mover of the race also.
Right, we're going to start it out with Mr. Scott Tompkins. We'll get him yanked on up here. There he is.
Mr. Scott Tompkins is Richard and Jeremy up in the booth. You got a copy?
We got a copy, boys.
Well, 3rd place finish here at Bristol, the last great Coliseum, man. That's not a bad job at all, considering, there was only 3 cars on the lead lap at one time, and, pit strategy and everything, you were able to get it back and finish 3rd, man. How you feeling?
I feel good. Even though I was involved in 3 wrecks in this race somehow, it feels good to finish third, especially with how my season's gone. I've been running strong, just wrecked everywhere.
Well, you know how racing goes.
Yeah,
You
so
win
for me, a
some.
P3 feels like a win right now.
Absolutely. You know, y'all lined up at that finish line. It looks like a win up here in the booth too. That's going to be a great. Like I was telling Jeremy, that's going to be a great picture for the photos. But yeah, man, talk to us a little bit about your race. You know how you said you got into a couple of incidents, and and you worked your way back up. You know what was going through your head?
Uh, 300 laps here on Monday, so I already kind of knew what the track was going to do throughout the runs, and I tried saving my tires a little bit more, but I burned them up on that first run. But I got collected in with the 83 when he hit the front stretch and spun. That gave me like, I don't know, a minute, a little less than a minute maybe of damage, and then from there I got another one, and then there was Randy when he got loose with Ellis coming on our outside. But that finish at the end was just amazing, running side and side with Ellis, and then Aaron just throwing it in three wide and having to hold it. That was a lot of fun. I hope it made for a great broadcast, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was definitely watching that move, and Aaron shot through there like a rocket, and it was definitely fun to watch, man. Well, third place, not bad. Like you said, you've had a rocky start to the season. You know, we're looking at where we at next week, Jeremy. You're supposed to have this information pulled up.
I was making sure everybody was in the right room. So next week, we tell you here in a minute. Watkins Glen. So we're going from the Coliseum to the road course.
I am
Well,
probably the worst road course racer you will see on planet Earth. I may kill a couple people in turn one, but that is not my fault.
all right. Well, we're going to remember that. It's not his fault if he kills somebody in turn number one. But we wish you luck next week at Watkins Glen, and we hope to talk to you again there. You know, another podium finish will definitely help out with the momentum, especially from this week. So great job here tonight, man. You know what comes next, man. You can have those shout outs whenever you're ready, my friend.
I gotta thank the payday guys. A lot of help, and especially giving me some feedback on how not to burn up my tires. Uh, Beyond that, I thank Ellis and Chris for putting on this great league. Everything's been a lot of fun. Even though I've been wrecking a lot, it's been a lot of fun. You guys putting on the broadcast. It's been a great broadcast. I love going back and watching it back. And all of our great sponsors. Unfortunately, I don't know them all off the top of my head. I got to write them down for that next time. But all our great sponsors that let us do this on Wednesday night, and it's been a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for coming in and talking to us. Congratulations on that podium finish, and we will catch you next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
You too.
He got him a couple wins already this season, but he got outran tonight by Hollywood, Mr. Justin Wilson. I think a lot of it may have had to do with the tire strategy, as Smith was on a whole lot newer tires than Wilson was. Wilson, what's your take on all of that?
I missed what you said. I'm sorry, boss.
The tire strategy. Think that's what cost you the win this time around?
Oh no. Well, a little bit, but my damage really cost me too. I had that wreck early on. Was struggling the handling of the car for the rest of the race, but I am not at all disappointed of where I finished. I'm actually thrilled of where I finished.
You went all the way from the back. I believe you had to serve an EOL. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I did something I wasn't supposed to at Rockingham, so I
Well,
got an EOL penalty for this one. But I mean,
you went from the back to the front, went a lap down, and then you fight right back and you finish in second. Man, I'd say that is a great day for that number 58.
oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, I got to break this trend of being a part of the first yellow of the race. So, uh, I like I said, this race, I learned my lesson from Rockingham. I gave lap cars plenty of room this time, but it's all right. We survived. I'm just glad that we survived. We'll just leave it at that.
Absolutely. Well, Watkins Glen comes up next week. You know, you're really fast on these ovals. How you feeling about that road course.
Oh, I love running roast courses. May not be the fastest, but I do very well there. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I know this points battle that me and Aaron got going on right now is going to be pretty fun and pretty close. So we'll see. We'll see how Watkins Glen go, but I am looking forward to it.
Absolutely, man. Well, with them podium finishes, you get the shout out. So the podium is or the stage is yours.
Yeah, I just want to thank Ellis and Chris for putting this show on. You guys for putting the broadcast on. You guys do a great job. Thank all the guys that were racing tonight. We, for the most part, we had a pretty clean run, clean race. I want to thank all my teammates. Randy, Chase. Chase wasn't able to run tonight, connection issue. I was missing one more out of that list. Scott. I want to thank Scott for doing a good job, and I know he got a P3 out of that. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well, Master Chitty Chad said llama power
Oh yeah,
out there in the
we
chat.
got that new. We got the Buzz Lightyear colored paint car today. So I was hoping it would change my luck, and it did, but it didn't at the same time.
Well, you definitely did a really good job tonight, and man, can't wait to see what you can do on that road course. But we're gonna let you go celebrate, and we're gonna bring up Mr. Aaron Smith.
Yes, sir. Tell him
All
I
right.
said good job, man.
Absolutely, thank you.
And there he is, man of the hour.
Mr. Aaron Hollywood Smith, man, how you feeling this evening with another win?
I'm feeling pretty good. How are y'all doing?
Well, we're doing really well. We seen that pit strategy. You pitted at lap 170, and then you just blew by everybody with 30 laps to go in the race, and you're taking home a finish. Just like the 58 of Justin Wilson, he said, "Good job, by the way." We seen three cars on the lead lap, and you were actually one of the cars a lap down, and you come back and finish the winner. Man, that's got to be a really big accomplishment here at Bristol.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to stay confident in your strategy over the course of a race when you're backed into a corner like that. But fortunately, we were able to compensate for it, and all the folks at Yellow Vision had a solid strategy throughout the race, and we stuck to it and we made it work.
That you did, my friend. Oh, sorry, I hit the mute button. Well, next week we talked to Justin. He said he loves a road course, and y'all got a pretty tight points battle going on. So let's ask you the same question: how you feeling about Watkins Glen next week?
I'm feeling pretty good about it, and I'm looking forward to these road courses this season. They should be a pretty good set of wild card races, and hopefully I'll be able to carry this momentum through.
Well, I hope so too, and can't wait to watch that battle because, like I said, that points race is heating up, and we're calling you Hollywood. You are definitely becoming a star here in the SlingShot Racing League, and man, we can't wait to see what you can do next week. But along with those podium finishes, man, you get all the shout outs, and you're welcome to do that whenever you're ready.
All right, I'd like to thank everyone at the Slingshot Racing League for putting the show on, y'all for broadcasting, and the folks at Yellow Vision for putting on a solid race week after week. We had a pretty good shot at getting us all in the top 10 again, but unfortunately we just had a couple issues running up through the field. But yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for watching as well. I'm looking forward to next week.
I do have one question. When are you gonna put a sponsor on that car?
I don't know. It'll be a while. I've been running this yellow car for about 5 years now, so I'd like to keep it that way until I win this championship.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, congratulations on your win. We can't wait to see what you do next week. And man, great job tonight. And we'll let you get back down there to celebrate with everybody. And we will catch you next week.
All right, thank you.
Well, Jeremy, you still there?
I'm here. Bristol's come and gone. It wasn't near as the finish in the 87s last season, but you know what? The Rhett Tucker running was incredible. Unfortunately, he didn't finish it up. Still got a top 10. The Bradley, the way they broke out, him time finished in 7th. So I mean, road course, it's Ovals are thrown out. We're going to see who can actually drive now as we're taking it to Watkins Glen next week.
Yeah, we'll definitely see who can do the rights and the lefts here next week at Watkins Glen. That's definitely going to be an exciting race. Probably not as many cautions. They'll have special rules for cautions when it comes to Watkins Glen. So we'll see how everything plays out. It looks like Mr. Brayton is still out there doing burnouts, I believe. But I can't wait to see what next week brings. Congratulations to our top three, Mr. Aaron Hollywood Smith, Mr. Justin Wilson, and Mr. Scott Tompkins. Shout out to Mr. Johnny Rapp for, his phenomenal finish. He started in the back and worked his way up 18 positions to finish the race in fourth. Ellis Thomas, not a bad way to finish out top five for our league admin, or our league owner, should I say. And Jeremy Stanley, he was actually a silent factor in this race, and he finished in sixth. He started towards the front, and he finished towards the front. So Jacob Bradley, not a bad finish, like you said, in seventh. But next week is a totally different ball game. Can't wait to see what they can do. But on that note, we are done for the evening. Don't forget to check us out next week. We're going to be on the Sim Racing channel on Roku TV. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Twitch. Hit that like, hit that follow, so you can catch all the racing action here on SlingShot Racing League. And we do also broadcast other leagues. Saturday night we have a broadcast. That's for Sidewinder Series, and we have also Midwest on Friday nights. But we want to appreciate everybody for stopping by and spending the evening with us in the chat and watching the stream. So hope you enjoyed the show here at the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. But on that note, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and y'all be safe.